Hello everyone, how's it going today? I'm tryinmorning here, and I'm actually going to be doing this playthrough, or at least this first episode here alone. I'm playing Long Live the Queen, which is a game that was requested by a couple of people who wanted to see us try our hand at this game, mostly probably because it's extremely difficult, or at least it's pretty difficult from what I've seen other people do with this game. I actually got it myself a while ago, and I've played it a few times, and yes, I had trouble with it as well. Now, the reason I'm recording this is because I was sick for the last week or so I didn't really get to record any of our other games, and now the time's here, I've really got no one to record with. I did try to record some other project just the other night, but unfortunately I don't have all the pieces together to edit that with, so I'm doing this instead. Interesting how they use the American national anthem for Long Live the Queen here. Quite interesting. You think they'd use, the English one. I'm kidding. I know. I'm just trolling you. Not that serious. Aside from all that, let's just jump in and see what happens, okay? Jocelyn King Dowagger, Duke of Colores. I have no idea how that Dowagger is pronounced, so pardon me if I got that completely wrong. Oh, and by the way, I should probably mention, this is actually a game produced by Hanako Games, which is also the developer behind Magical Diary and not Fading Hearts, oh please, forgive me with that, Fatal Hearts. Don't want to get those two mixed up. We're almost home. Your room is just the way you left it. And our protagonist of this game, and the character we're playing as, is Elodie, the Crown Princess. I know it's hard to leave your school and all your friends, but I've arranged the best possible tutors for every subject. You'll have to work hard this year to prepare yourself for your 15th birthday, but I know you can do it. You'll learn quickly, and you'll make a wonderful queen. It's what your mother would have wanted. This is not what mother would have wanted. She wouldn't have wanted to die and leave me. Well, of course not, but I don't think that's a fair accusation to make against your father. I mean, he's just trying to do what's best for you, and I'm sure your mother would have wanted what's best for you. Sorry if I talk a little strangely, but I'm still kind of sick, so it can't be helped. Plus, I could hardly talk straight in the first place, so we're just doubly screwed here. No, she wouldn't, but sometimes bad things happen. We have to pick up and carry on. All of Nova depends on us, on you. I will be here to guide you until your coronation, but the decisions you make are ultimately up to you. Come, your maids are waiting. Okay, so we have the tutorial here, which we could actually read. It might be a good idea, because I actually haven't played this in a while, and I think they may have added some things to the Steam release, so let's just briefly go over it. We'll be controlling Elodie, the almost Queen of Nova, as she tries to prepare for her coronation. And that's a lot more difficult than it seems at first. To do that, she needs to take classes every week in order to raise her skills. The skills she learns will provide different choices in the ongoing plot. Learning the right skills can mean the difference between life and death, and it will. You also need to keep an eye on Elodie's mood. With her mother's tragic death, Elodie is not very happy right now, as you could probably tell from her face, which does change as her mood changes as well. The mood button will take you to the emotion screen for more details. Can we take a look at that right now? Yeah, there we go. Elodie is feeling both afraid and depressed, but her strongest emotion is depressed, as we can see. It's measured on a scale here. If she becomes more cheerful to cancel out her depression, her strongest emotion would then be afraid. And there's going to be constant back and forth between these. There's a lot of strategizing that has to go into this, and there's a bit of randomness too, if I remember correctly. There'll be some events that'll change her mood, and you won't always know what they are in advance. Her current mood affects her ability to learn. It will give her a bonus to some skills and a penalty to others. Let's take a look at the skill screen now. And yeah, if you thought there were a lot of skills to learn in Magical Diary, well, there really weren't, but in case you did think that way, well, look at this. Skills are broken into 4 main categories: social, physical, intellectual, and mystical. Inside these categories, or skill sets, groups of the 3 related skills, you start with 0 in all skills. And this is nice over here. It actually tells us, I'm not sure if this will be in the game itself, but our current mood is depressed. We get a bonus to expression and animal handling, but we get a penalty to royal demeanor, conversation, athletics. I don't really know if I remember that being in the last version I played, but it's here now, but it just might be for the tutorial. Don't know. Every week, Elodie can study 2 skills. Normally, she earns 2 points in a skill for every weekday she studies. So if she studies history, then she'll earn 2 points by times 5 days, equals 10 points. Makes sense? But because Elodie's depressed, she has a -2 penalty to the social skill set, conversation. She doesn't feel like talking to people right now. If she studies conversation, she'll earn 2 -2 points per day, and that equals 0. And of course, anything times 0 is a 0. However, she has a +1 bonus to her expression skill set. If she studies one of the expression skills, she'll earn 2 +1 points per day, which means 3 points a day and 15 a week. If you study a skill set that you have a penalty for, you could be wasting your time and not learning anything, so that'll probably screw you over in the long run. And you should probably prioritize to learn skills that you have bonuses for, because that'll make you level up much faster in those certain skills. All these bonuses and penalties will change when Elodie's mood changes. She can also gain bonuses to skills by studying related skills. Check the skill screen every week to see your current bonuses. Once you know your mood, skills, bonuses, and penalties, you're ready to choose your classes for the week. The classes screen breaks down skill sets by category for your morning and evening classes. When you select a skill set, the 3 options in that set will appear on the right side of the screen. Choose a class option for both morning and evening classes, then click the Done button, which will appear in the lower right corner. As you play through the story, you will sometimes see feedback bubbles appearing over the text. These will tell you what's happening behind the scenes. And sometimes if you click too fastly, you won't see those, and I've had that happen before. Bubbles like these will show you when Elodie's mood is being altered by events. Bubbles like these will show you when the story is changing based on what skills Elodie has learned so far. If the test fails, there is some option being missed because she doesn't have enough points in that skill yet. This feedback is very helpful in figuring out different options to try. But if you don't want to see it, you can turn the bubbles off in the preference menu. I think I'm going to keep them on. Now get ready to become a queen. Oh goody. Well, let's see. We could take some classes now. Okay, go back and check what my bonuses are in. Yes, a bonus to expression and animal handling, so that stays. I'm not sure if that was in the version I played, as I mentioned before. Well, enough of that. So expression is probably going to be more useful than animal handling, I think. But I think there are a few times animal handling comes in useful later in the game. There's a good chance these are all important for something at some point or other. But I think I'm pretty sure at some point we need a dog to be well trained so he can sniff out poison. Mild spoilers, I guess, but I'm pretty sure that's a scene. I could be mistaken anyway. So, let's do dogs. Since we have to learn at some point anyway. I don't think it'll come in handy for a while, but since we're depressed anyway, we might as well, right? Okay, good stuff. What's all that noise outside? Who's here? Oh, it's my cousins, and my aunt and uncle. Darling, we are so terribly sorry to hear about your mother, Fidelia. Thank you. You look well, niece. Uncle Laurent, you have a weird-looking face, and commenting on my looks like that? Gonna stay away from that, uncle. Hi, Lottie. Oh, Charlotte. I guess we're gonna call her Lottie. Hi, Lottie. I haven't seen you in ages. Will you be staying long? Yep, Mummy said we'd be here all month. Maybe we'll have some time to talk later. For now, we're getting the hell away from you. Alright, and we can choose activities every weekend, which will change our mood accordingly. Now, since I've gotten rid of all my saves, I can go back to page 1. And we can name our save, let's see, LP1. So I can remember what these are. Because I'll probably forget at some point. Now, there are a couple of things we can do. We can visit our cousin. We can play on our own. These are unknown effects though, so I'm not sure what they cause. Let's talk to her father? I think we can always talk to her father, but let's talk to Charlotte first actually, because I'm not sure how long she's here for. I love this room. It's so much bigger than mine back home. You should visit more often. It's awful that the only time I get to see you is at weddings and funerals, huh? Something like this. I know your brother and sister are still too young, but why haven't you come to school? My mother worries about me. She doesn't think anywhere but home is safe. I understand. I'm probably not going to be allowed to leave the castle until my birthday. But at least we can have fun together here. Well, that was nice, although now with our mood, yeah, we're afraid, because it defaults to the leftmost one, which is good to know, because that'll alter things. So since we're afraid, we now get bonuses to agility and faith, instead of animal handling and expression. And I could be wrong, but I'm not sure how useful faith is. I think if you get divination, you could kind of see future events to a certain degree. Not that it'll let you see future events, but I think you'll be able to observe good and bad omens, which will give you a clue as to what's happening in the future. Meditation and lore, I'm really not certain on. I think lore might... No, there's history. I'm not sure what lore does, to be honest. But I do think agility will probably be useful, only because reflexes will allow us to respond quickly to threats, and flexibility... I don't know. Dance is probably important for our royalty, which is kind of strange because I think that'd be more into royal demeanor or something, but hey, that's agility too. Dancing does take agility. It's not easy, I'll give you that. So, okay. Let's pick something good. I think I'll just do reflexes. And why not dance? I think we'll probably have to dance at some point in the game, and it might be useful. Then again, it'll probably just help us get killed sooner because I will be unprepared for other things. Also, I think that the more you learn of a skill, the quicker you level up in it as well, so we'll probably notice that as the game goes on. And we get little information tidbits here about our progress in the art that we're learning. And I think at certain levels you may get certain bonuses and other traits. What's that commotion outside? Father, what's going on? Oh, a new character, Juliana, the Duchess of Ursel. Yeah, I think as you learn the history of this game, which I'm not sure if we will, because it's the in-game history, I mean by the history of the game, you kind of get more familiar with the different people and places. I have come to pay my respects in honor of your mother. You have no respect or honor. It's because of you and your powers that my wife is dead. What? I am a lumen, as was she, and like every lumen, I am willing to give my life, if necessary, to protect our domain. Your line has been traitors for 200 years. I won't have you corrupting my daughter. That is for the crown princess to decide. Elodie, your mother trusted me, and I have much to teach you. Okay, so we have our first big option of the game, and you know what I'll actually do, because I'm not sure how often I'll record this, being that this is kind of a one-time thing. Like, for all I know, the next episode could have Emily or Lady Shura in it, or, I don't know, I could bring in a special guest or whatever, but the point is, this is going to be kind of irregular when it's uploaded, so I will give people a choice to decide what kind of decisions we'll be making. I'll leave it to the highest vote if we send her away, arrest her, or let her stay. Make your decisions well, because I don't trust myself to do quite well in these games, so, you know, every now and then you'll get input, so try to pick the best thing that'll help us out, because I may be sabotaging our own efforts unintentionally. Then again, I may learn more of this game as we go along, so we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully this game turns out well and you guys enjoy it. And I thank you and bid you good day.